What's up, guys? Dylon here, and today we're going to talk about all the reasons I could think of not to buy a Vitruvian Trainer Plus. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into this video. So, I was doing my Vitruvian workout, and I was like, you know what? I've been making a lot of videos about the Vitruvian and why I like it and recommending it, and well, I still like it and I still recommend it. And if you want to get a Vitruvian and support the channel, go click the link below in the comments or use coupon code Dylan Bradley for $100 off. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to hear all the reasons why you shouldn't get the Vitruvian, pay attention to this list. I think I have 29 so far, and I might add a few more as we go on in this video. So if you're on the edge, listen closely because maybe I'll say something that will steer you away from the Vitruvian for forever. So here are all the reasons I can think of why not to buy the Vitruvian. Number one, you already own a Tonal or similar smart gym. Look, to be serious, if you already own something like that, just use it more, work out, right? Unless it's broken or whatnot. I think Vitruvian's better. But if you already own one of those, you probably don't need to go and spend the money to buy a Vitruvian. Which brings us to number two, price. It's expensive. No doubt about that. Now, I think it evens out, especially if you're a couple, and you use it for 2 years, plus 2 years plus. I think it more than pays for itself. But it's expensive, right? At $2,500 to $3,500 to get everything set up, that's a lot of money, and not everyone can afford that. The next thing is that you need to buy an accessory kit to get the full functionality. I couldn't have the Vitruvian in the video today, so I just had this, whatever this rope thing is, attachment, just as my little necklace here as one of my accessories. But I do think you need to buy the Pro Kit for the Vitruvian in order to get the most out of it. I use the Pro Kit accessories all the time. If you're not buying the Pro Kit, you're missing out on the full functionality of the Vitruvian. Number four is monthly memberships required after the first year. It comes included with a year-long monthly membership, but after that, you got to pay a membership fee. And I understand that. That's the model, and you are using the software and stuff like that. That is a bummer. So if you don't like memberships, don't buy it. Number five, limited exercise variations. Although Vitruvian can do just about any exercise you can think of, it is limited on what you can do just because of its nature, right? It's a platform with cables that come out of it. So you can't do dumbbell presses. You can do dumbbell presses, but you can't do full dumbbell presses. You can't do barbell stuff. You can do things that are like barbell stuff because it's a resistance machine, right? It uses cables for resistance. It's not a weight. It doesn't actually have actual weights. You can't lift more than 440 pounds on it. So if you are someone who needs to lift more than 440 pounds to accomplish your goal, you probably shouldn't buy it. With that said, I can lift more than 440 pounds, and there's people out there that can lift more than 440 pounds, and they utilize the Vitruvian for workouts and things that don't require them to lift more than 440 pounds, and it's really good at that. If that's a deal breaker for you, you absolutely have to lift more than 440 pounds consistently. This probably isn't the machine for you. The warranty is only 2 years, as far as I know. If you like longer warranties, then it's not for you. It uses electricity, so if you don't like things that use electricity, then it's not for you. If you don't have electricity, you probably shouldn't get it. If you're in a place where there's not electricity, you probably shouldn't get it. But I will say that it apparently uses up to 1,000 watts. And I was looking at a generator at Costco, and that generator said it could produce 7,500 watts. Now, I'm no electrician, but it seems like you could just get a generator and get a Vitruvian and take that generator with you and use the Vitruvian anywhere. Put a comment below if you'd like to see me use the Vitruvian on top of a mountain. I think that'd be fun. So anyways, it's from Australia is another reason. So if you don't like people from down under, you don't like Australians, you know that you shouldn't buy a Vitruvian because it originates from down under. Yeah. The handles and bars have pads on them. So if you like to have the metal bars and stuff and of the dead dumbbells and barbells to rip up your hands, make them feel more manly, make you feel more tough, it has pads on them. It's like basically like wearing gloves to the gym all the time. The big thing is it doesn't allow lat pull downs. So that's the thing. If you need to do lat pull downs and you can only do lat pull downs and you don't want to do pull ups, you just want to do lat pull downs, it doesn't allow you to do those because it's on the floor. And I don't recommend mounting it on the ceiling because it's heavy. And I don't trust your ability as a carpenter or engineer to make sure that's safe. So don't do that. That's dangerous. Okay. So you can't do lat pull downs and don't mount it on the ceiling. I don't think that's a good idea. If you're really tall and have low ceilings, you won't be able to do some of the presses when you're standing up. That's a reality. So make sure you check your ceiling height and add about at least 8 inches. So stand up, put your arms up, and check your ceilings, and make sure you have at least 8 extra inches to accommodate about the 6 inches of Vitruvian plus whatever tennis shoes or footwear you're wearing. You don't want to be hitting your hands on the ceiling. Then the upstairs neighbor will start to hate you if you're the downstairs neighbor for banging on the ceiling. Let's see here. One thing is that it won't set off the lunk alarm at Planet Fitness. So if you are that person that loves to lift heavy and grunt and throw weight around and make lots of loud noise, The Vitruvian it won't do that. It won't do that. 14, the company is a startup company. So if you don't like supporting startup companies or you don't trust them, which I think is a fair reason actually, maybe you shouldn't get it, right? Wait for them to be around a little bit longer. See if they can progress. See if they can make more iterations to the machine. It's not a bad idea. The next one is you have to use your phone to set up the weights. A lot of people don't like that, having to be tied to their phone when they're working out. There's pros and cons to this. Like, it's hard to get video of you doing your awesome sets when you're using your phone to set up the weights and have the Vitruvian on. That's a real thing. So if you want to film yourself a lot, you're going to need another device to make it easier. I think Vitruvian tried to build something like that in, but it's just easier to have another device, your Vitruvian program device, your phone, and then another one. So if you don't want to do that or you don't have that, it's probably not for you. On top of that, right, is that no one will be able to tell how much weight you're doing. I filmed a PR deadlift. I did 430 pounds. So I had to show them the Vitruvian screen. This is the weight. I promise I'm doing 430 pounds. Versus if you have a barbell and you do 430 pounds on it, people can count the weights on the barbell as long as you're not using fake weights. So it's a lot easier to fake weights on the Vitruvian. So if you're not about that life, or you want people to know how much you're lifting when you post it to social media, not just that you are lifting, then, it's probably not for you. Let's see here. The app has limitations. So there's limited things that you can do in the app. I'm going to make another video about the things I wish the app could do to improve, but the app is not perfect, right? And sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it glitches. That's annoying. So if you don't like those things, you don't want to deal with those things, well, don't get the Vitruvian. The next thing is that if the machine breaks, it may not be easy to fix. So unless you're an engineer or unless you know how these things work, it's probably not easy to fix. And you have to go to a special technician or you have to send it back to Vitruvian in order to get it worked on or to get the machine fixed. If it breaks outside a warranty period, good luck. But if it breaks during the warranty period, you might be without the machine for however much time it takes to get the machine replaced or repaired. And so if you don't want to miss any workouts or anything like that, it may not be for you. It has a lot of small parts and moving pieces. So it has all these little connectors and it's just got a lot of things and components to it. So when something has a lot of things and components to it, it's easy to lose things, it's easy to break things, even if not essential things. It's just annoying. So if you don't like lots of parts and small pieces, potential things that could break and affect the performance of the machine, it's not for you. If you're a forgetful person and you also like the outdoors, so you take it outside to lift outside, which I've done that. I've taken it outside to lift outside. I haven't forgot it out there, but if you forget it out there, it's probably not going to work well in the rain. So also, if you like lifting in the rain, it's not going to work well for you to lift in the rain with the Vitruvian. I don't think you're supposed to get it really wet. I don't think that it does that job. So if you want to lift in the rain or leave it outside all the time, probably not for you. Let's see here. It might be hard for two people to use the same machine at once. It is a small platform. Maybe one person can do one handle, one person can do the other handle. I kid, I joke. You shouldn't do that. That would be unsafe. If you like doing partner workouts where someone's cycling in, I haven't tried this personally, but it may be difficult to have two apps and have one person connect and the other person connect and one person, then the other person. That might be something that could be built in the machine in the future, but I don't know if it has that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So if you like to do partner workouts, it might be tough to do workouts at the same time. It's like a PlayStation. Like you get the Xbox so you can play the campaign multiplayer games, and you get the PlayStation if you just want to play by yourself all the time. So Vitruvian is definitely more of the play by yourself type of machine. Let's see here. Making your own workouts in the app will be tough. It's tough to make the workouts your own. That's a feature that could be improved upon the app. I think you can create your own workouts in there, but that's something that I'd like to see improve in the future. So if you have to make your own workouts, you don't like following instructions, you hate instructors, you hate teachers and stuff like that. I've met people that are like, I just don't follow instructions. I can't go to a yoga class because I'm not going to let someone tell me what to do. If you're that type of person, none of the coaching on the app will be good enough for you. So don't get it because you won't use it and you'll probably just complain about it. Let's see here. The next thing is you don't get to have a gym crush because you do it at home. You could like stare at the neighbor next door, but there's not that gym crush that you get to see every day. So if you really want to have a gym crush, the Vitruvian is probably not for you because you're not going to the gym. You're doing it in your living room or office or wherever you put the machine, in your bedroom closet. So yeah, if you really want to get a gym crush, it's not for you. Let's see here. The next thing is that if you want to become internet famous, you definitely won't be caught staring at some half-naked fitness girl and get internet famous because of that. So you'll never be that guy or that girl in that video that's just gawking at this person wearing scantily clad clothing that's filming for their TikTok or whatnot. And then you get famous and get all this attention, albeit negative attention, potentially for doing that. So if you want that to happen to you, you probably won't have that happen to you if you have the Vitruvian. Let's see here. You never will have that moment, sitting in the gym parking lot. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's cold. It's dark, kind of light. And you're trying to decide, do I just slam this pre-workout and go in and do this workout? Or do I not slam the pre-workout? Do I drive my car back home and go to sleep? You'll never have that moment because it's at your house. You don't got to get up in your car. You don't got to go and drive anywhere to use it. It's in your house. You have to walk by it, right? So it's going to shame you and guilt you into working out when you wake up and you decide you don't want to do it. You're going to walk by and you're like, "God, I paid a lot of money for that. I probably should do that." So if you don't want to be guilted and shamed and have it be just something sitting or in your way, like a brick, almost like a ornamental piece of furniture or art in your house, just telling you and shaming you for not working out, you probably shouldn't get it. If you really like those moments in your car where you decide to shoot the pre-workout to get the workout in, or you decide to go back home and take a nap, if you want that option, you probably shouldn't get it. You'll probably end up working out more. So if you don't want to work out more, you probably shouldn't get it. Like I said before, this machine lets you do in 15 minutes what would normally take 45 minutes to an hour in the gym. So in reality, like in 15 minutes, you can get an amazing workout, amazing pump in with this machine. So if you don't want that, if you don't want to work out more, if you don't want to get an amazing pump in 15 minutes, maybe you have a pool outside and you don't want to look fit and jacked before you walk outside, this probably isn't for you. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So since the machine is not loud, it's loud, you have no excuse not to work out late at night, even if you are the top floor neighbor. So if you like to be like, I can't do it because I'm the top floor neighbor, it's quiet hours. The machine's pretty quiet. You're not gonna be banging it, anything like that. So again, makes you work out more. So if you don't want to do that, if you don't have any excuses to work out more, it's probably not for you. Another thing is the weights sometimes load at weird times. I've mentioned this before. My 5 sets of 5, it turned into 5 sets of 6 because the first rep doesn't load. Sometimes the shrugs don't load at the right time. The weight deloads sometimes. It just happens. So if you don't like that, if that's going to be an annoyance to you, if that's going to really bother you, don't get the machine. See here, you have to adjust your workouts to fit the device. It is a smart home gym. It's not your traditional dumbbells and barbells. If you're used to doing those things, you will have to adjust your workouts and movements to hit the right muscles with the Vitruvian. And so if you don't want to have change, if you don't want to do any of those adjustments, if you want to stay the exact same, you probably shouldn't get this machine. Let's see, a final one that I have here, and I've probably named more than 30. I have 29 listed here, but final one is because you stumbled on my YouTube channel and you don't like me, you don't like my hair, you don't like my hat, you don't like my voice, you don't like the lights in the background, whatever it is, you wish there was a Vitruvian in it, you wish you saw me in more scantily clad clothing, whatever it is that you didn't get from my YouTube channel, you decided that you didn't like me, so you're never going to purchase the machine, then you probably shouldn't get the machine. So that's been the list. That's been the list. There's probably more. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. If you have more reasons why you shouldn't get the Vitruvian, why someone shouldn't, whatever they are, let me know below. And just to conclude, if you want to support this channel, definitely click the links below. Use discount code Dylan Bradley or click the link below to get your own Vitruvian. It helps me create content like this. And of course, this list, there's some things in here I said as jokes. Some things are real. So maybe I'll make a more serious video next time, but I hope you enjoyed this video and get out there, start working out, and hopefully it includes the Vitruvian. That's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.